Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we've got another video about how to get better at Rocket League. Things you need to work on from the very beginning and all the way through your Rocket League career that are going to make you a great player when you get on. So starting off with number one, don't change your whole playstyle. So many times I've seen players, including myself, go look at pro play and see who's winning and decide, hey, I'm going to copy that player's playstyle. Well, unless you're already playing like that, it's not going to work because you're going to spend so much time working on what you need to work on to be good at that and changing how you play the game, changing your habits, that by the time you get back up to the skill level you were before, the time you spent on getting this new play style could have been getting you the next 2 ranks higher. And by the time you've perfected that play style or gotten it good enough for your rank, it might not be viable anymore. You can change little parts of your playstyle, but changing the entire thing is not usually a smart idea. Moving on to number 2, practice your weakest parts of the game. If you're bad at shooting, practice shooting. If you need to work on your defense, find ways to work on your defense. Your recoveries, work on your recoveries. If you need to work on your speed, well, I'll make a different video on that. But work on what you're bad at, because that's ultimately what's going to make you the best, fastest. If you only work on the things you're good at, you're just going to keep getting better at those things and your skill set's going to get worse. You want your skill set to be as balanced as possible. Number 3, commit to practicing. If you decide that you're going to practice, go all in on it. It's how you're going to get the best work out of it, and that's how you're going to do best at the game. For example, last week I committed to doing the Eversax Olympics map, which you're seeing in the background right now, and only a week later I've gone back up 150 MMR. I don't think it's a coincidence that the second I start committing to practicing and getting good practice, I've started to rank up. Make sure the practice you get is quality. If you're not focusing and you're not getting quality practice, then take a break so that you can focus back and do better next time. Just make sure the practice you're doing is quality, and you'll spend a lot less time ranking up in this game. Number 4, probably one of the most important parts of this game. When you're starting off, or as soon as you can, start working on developing a positive and good mindset towards the game. If you go into every team expecting your teammates to be terrible, your opponents to be so much better than you, expecting to have to carry, you're going to have a bad time playing the game. You're not going to have fun, and you're probably going to lose. If you trust your teammate, play off of them and all that, you're going to play well, you're going to rank up, because unless you're playing 1v1, it's a team game for a reason. Play off of your teammates, develop a good mindset, and you'll see a lot of comeback wins from where you're down 2-3 goals at the start of the game, and you end up winning in the end by 2 or 3 more. And finally, number 5, have a good work ethic. Commit to training, like I said earlier, and when you need to work on something, work on it whether or not it's boring. I used to hate practicing shooting, but really I just needed to find a way that was interesting to practice it. Try a bunch of different ways to practice the thing you need to work on, and if none of them are truly interesting that much to you, then just pick the one that's the most interesting. Find something interesting that works to practice for the things that you're bad at. For example, when I was bad at shooting, and I knew I needed it to improve, I started practicing shooting the shooting practice workshop map by Coco. Within roughly 3 weeks, I was back up to the rank I was before, just as mechanical, but now I could shoot the ball on target with a bunch of power. I was no longer relying on flip resets or air dribbles or double taps to get the ball in. I could now just shoot it. And then that got boring, and so I've moved on to the Eversax Olympics, which has a shooting portion. Find something that's interesting to work on and commit to it. These tips are going to help you get so much better at the game. Now, speaking of that speed tutorial, I'm going to do some research and work on that one. That should be out within the month. See you guys next time.